episode of Beers and Whiskey, presented to you by Grizzly Beer Collective. It's your host, Grizz, and I have another very special guest in the building. I'll let him introduce himself.
Yeah, it's John Altador. A few people, well, the homies call me Rico.
Man, thank you for coming through.
No, thank you. I appreciate that, man. I'm excited.
No, absolutely. As always, Grizzly Beer Collective, the standard and organic men's beer care. We always want to remind you to tame your debonair. And we normally start each show off with a shot. So we're going to get it cracking. You already got a little something in your cup.
A little something.
Okay.
You got to get right.
And this episode is brought to you by Duce. Once again, we got two dark skin guys. We got a Haitian, we got a Caribbean. We gonna get to it. Thank you though, brother. Salute.
No, man. Yeah, right there.
Cool. So yeah, now I'm very excited. My man, Mr. Altador, he does a lot of things. I'll let you introduce yourself though, man, because we're gonna get into a few different things.
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot, man. Professionally, I'm a career development specialist.
Yep.
So I work with the youth out in Cambridge, Mass.
Salute.
Trying to help them create a different path to success, basically. Not just a traditional college path. So exposing them to all different type of ways, you can get to the bag, you know what I'm saying? And my off time, I also run a podcast. It's Pro Fan Sports Podcast.
Come on, man.
Come on,
man. Clap it up, man. Pro Fan Sport Podcast. Hell yeah.
Man. We're out there trying to, make a name for ourselves. It comes out weekly.
Yep.
We've been consistent for the last 2 years. We started off in the pandemic. We decided to start like March 2020.
Yep.
And then pandemic hit, and then there was no sports. And so we had to get creative and still come out with content. And we've been consistent on it ever since then, man. And we've hit some marks over the last couple of years. And
have
y'all? Now, yeah, man.
I'm saying, have y'all
monetized now on YouTube. So if you know it, make sure y'all subscribe on there. You know what I mean? We're on every platform, man.
And everything's Pro Fan Sports.
Everything's Pro Fan Sports, except for Instagram. Actually, it's @ProFans_sports.
Okay.
But we do a damn thing, man.
Bro, I definitely want to give you guys your flowers because consistency has definitely been key. Jim Jones said a line a few weeks ago, like, you can't stay motivated, stay consistent or something. I might have fucked that up. But if you can't stay motivated, stay consistent. And y'all definitely the epitome of consistency. Like, even when I'm on Instagram and I'm in a little bit of a funk or a slump, y'all y'all heavy with it, man. Y'all are like, I salute. Like, for real. Like,
yeah. No, that's the one thing, I've learned. Everybody talks about consistency. I watched a lot of interviews, all the rappers, everybody that makes it, they're like, stay consistent, stay consistent. You don't actually know what that means until you're trying to build your own situation.
Yep.
And without that, man, you're not doing nothing because people will forget you in a second.
In a second.
So you got to make sure you're hitting everybody every day consistently, and you got to stay in front of people's minds because if you're not, you see what happens out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for instance, the NFL, you know what I mean?
Yep.
What's his name? Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
Got that 6-game suspension, and then NFL's like, we can't have that at the forefront. So you know what I mean? Tom Brady was tampering. So they're consistent with distracting people. So consistency's key, man, for real.
Definitely.
Yeah. I know you got problems. Know you at the bottom. Know you took a loss today. Everybody want bottles, living for a throttle. You just want bottle day. Tell me joy, west side. I've been trying to find it before I go all the way. Cause everybody got problems, everybody starving. But don't you go off today, Don't you go off,
that brings us to our next point. You definitely got a clean beard coming in, man. I see it.
Yeah.
What was your beard journey like?
Man, my shit is just like, I don't know if I can swear.
Oh no, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's just like getting to where I'm trying to get it to. I'm still, I'm trying to get it like you know, just one time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I've never had it that big before, you know what I mean? I've had it a little bigger than this. But, you know, I like the look, you know, of course, you know, the women and stuff, they like the look too, you know, so.
That's what we do it for.
You know, you got to take care of it. It's maintenance, you know what I mean? But
consistency, like you said.
Consistency, you know. Like to keep it clean, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. So, let's get started, man. Your upbringing. I know you do the podcast. Did you grow up like in an entrepreneurial household with your parents, like, you know what I mean, were they traditional 9 to 5, or, and even with your career too, because I know you just said that you want to, you know, kind of show kids a different outlook on things. Were you exposed to that at a young age, or were you, you know, traditional, you know, family dynamic, or mom and dad working?
Nah, man. I'm doing all this, you know, trial and error type of shit. You know what I mean? Like my parents are full-blown Haitians. They came from Haiti.
Yeah.
I mean, I came from Haiti.
Oh, okay.
1997. I was like 9.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? And I've been here since. But my parents are survivors. You know, like a lot of our parents. You know, they don't really know too much that's going on. All they know is go to work, pay the bills, take care of your kids, make sure, you know what I mean, they stay on the straight and narrow, and, you know, go to college, you know what I mean? That's all. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, entrepreneurial stuff, I'm just a person that I still don't think I figured out, you know, what I really want to do with myself, you know what I mean? So I'm always trying to, like, do something different, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
crazy.
I feel like, you know, I'm a teacher. So everything I do, it's like kind of educational. Like even with the podcast, it's like my main thing with starting with the podcast is I watch a lot of sports and I watch a lot of sports debates, and half the time I'm like, man, these people have no idea what they're talking about.
No idea.
So I'm like, you know what, man? Instead of getting mad, I'm gonna create my own joint and put my own thoughts out there. So that's how the podcast came about. And you know, I went to school for culinary arts and hospitality management.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And now I'm in the education field.
Wow.
And this is why I do it, because like I was in culinary in high school and shit. You know what I mean? But I did it just because that's what I landed on. I was in a technical school kind of at Cambridge Latin. You know, it's called the RSTA, Rangers Technical School of Arts or something like that. And you kind of got to try a bunch of different avenues and industries. So my top 3 was like automotive, electronics, and culinary. And then they're like, boom, we're sending you to culinary. And then from then on, my teachers were like, oh, you're good at this. I'm like, I'm Haitian, man. Cook. You know what I mean?
A little bit of seasoning goes a long way.
You know, they get into your head, they're like, oh, you should go to culinary school. And I'm like, alright, I'll go to culinary school. And then I did this competition. And I won like 2nd place or something like that for like $43,000 to go to culinary school. I was like, I guess I'm going to culinary school. my parents don't got the bread for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, they, you know what I mean? Like, they don't have tuition money like that. Like all our parents, you know what I mean? So I'm like, hey, I'm going where I got all the money. So that's where I went. And my plan was to eventually, like, own a couple restaurants, maybe you know, have a franchise somewhere. That's what my plan was, because I was young. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're in your teens, 18, 19, whatever. But then I started volunteering at this program I was in high school, which was a educational program that, you know, my parents didn't know much about the college track. So I was in these after school programs. And they helped me with like FAFSA college and you know what I mean, applying to college, financial aid. And so I started volunteering for them because I wanted to give back. And I noticed there was like mad kids like me, you know what I mean, who had no idea, like, nigga, you about to go into mad debt. You know what I mean? Because you want to go into this situation because your parents just want you to go to college. You know what I mean? And they're like, yeah, you should go here. You know, you should be a doctor, you know, a lawyer, engineer, you know, the Haitian shit. And I'm like, bro, do you even like math?
You gotta be realistic.
So you gotta be realistic. And so I just realized, like, that's where my passion was at. You know what I mean? Teaching. And, you know, also, there's not many African American men in the education field.
Not at all.
And I realized that was important.
Yeah.
So I just kept at it, and I've been in it like over a decade now.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. Yeah, it's definitely very much needed, man. Like having, you know, the proper representation speaking for us, man, because I've seen it, you know what I mean? I've seen it, no matter what industry you're in, you can see when your culture's not properly accepted, they're gonna take shit the wrong way and flip it to some whole other, you know what I mean? And it's really, these people just need somebody to talk to. They going through shit that you could even fathom.
Yeah.
Could never fathom. But salute, man. I definitely salute you on that. That's very dope, man.
I mean, I gotta thank you too, because you came in and spoke to my students, man.
Yeah, no.
I mean, career speaker, you're an entrepreneur yourself.
I very much appreciate that too, man. He definitely threw me the lob. I had the opportunity to speak to a few high school kids about entrepreneurship, and yeah, man. I think that I really think that narrative really needs to change in our community, like the college or die thing, because it's you know what I mean, I'm kind of I'm mid-30s now, but I'm of the age of I get to see firsthand of everybody who went to college. Are they even doing what they want to do? What are they getting paid? Because all this student loan debt, we didn't know, because our parents they're not educated, so everybody falling for the okie doke.
Yep.
Give you the big scholarship freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, shit's cut off.
Pay for some shit.
Yeah, like you really want it or not? Like, you know what I mean? Senior year, it's like shit. Good luck. Like you gotta really want it, but
sign on the dotted line.
Nah, hell, you sign on the dotted line, and it's crazy. Motherfuckers ain't never finished paying that shit off. Like it's you know, I forget. I read some article. It was like, you could work at McDonald's starting at 18. And go to college, and the average person does not break even until like a 37 years old. And that's if you started paying your student, you got a job off the rip, started paying your student loans off the rip, never missing a payment and shit, which is tough. Right.
I don't think the message is like not to go to college. But you gotta have a plan. You know,
you gotta have a plan.
You really like you said, you're falling for the okie doke. I tell my students, man, like as soon as you go to college, you're in debt.
You're in debt.
If you don't have If financial aid doesn't cover all this shit, you're in debt. You know what I mean? And if your parents ain't well off and able to pay, you know, your tuition for you, they're gonna ask you to sign on that dotted line. And as soon as you leave college, you're in debt. You know, there's no way around that. So
and hopefully you don't have an older brother or sister who fucked up the bag, and you got younger brothers and sisters that might be a little bit more scholastic than you, and you know what I mean. So it's tough. But another good interesting point that you brought up was because I went to a technical school or vocational school myself, and I got to see both sides of it. So like all my friends who did carpentry, plumbing, HVAC, they got right to the bag off the rip.
To it, man.
Off the rep, so they, you know what I mean, they certified. They 30, mid 30s, damn near 20 years experience on the job.
Couple houses,
couple employees, like to the bag, no debt. They can do that. But I don't know. I feel like that there has to be a shift towards, it's okay being a plumber. Like my parents, my mom is Caribbean, so she always used to. I don't know what that shit was about, like shitting on like mechanics and like there's nothing wrong. They actually get paid a little bit more than, you know what I mean, the typical office job.
I mean, it's just the message out there.
The message, you know what I'm saying? Like, the narrative.
The narrative, you know what I mean? Like, and folks will tell you need to go to college, and they kind of like phased out, you know, the skilled labor work. You know what I'm saying? And they're really the ones that run everything. You need a house, skilled laborers, man. They don't need to go to college for that.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Electricians, you can go into programs, get a certificate. There's so many things you can do.
It's crazy.
And they're getting paid way more than the dudes that spend that 4 years, you know, drinking and doing all sorts of shit. You know what I mean?
I'll be seeing them on the highway like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, driving home in they pickup trucks with a smile on their face, like their day's done. They about to go to the New Hampshire for the weekend.
Plumbers make money, bro.
Cake.
Mad money.
Jump in a union, like forget about it. Like
you get in a union, you're set, bro. Steel workers, like they make it look bad on TV, but
not at all.
Trust me, they probably bringing in more money than the dude that spent that 4 years. You know what I mean? unless you went into an industry that's that lucrative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But most of us, what are the chances?
You're not getting that job at 22.
Exactly.
You're not.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You're not experienced enough, or it's tough. It's tough out here.
You got to work your way up.
Now to shift gears a little bit. If you had 5 dinner guests, dead or alive, and I'm sure you're a sports guy, so I know you know where this probably came from. But if you have 5 dinner guests, dead or alive, who would you choose?
5 dinner guests?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, man, that's hard right there. You know, I think one is definitely like Obama.
Obama, okay.
You know what I mean? I think to become the president of the United States as a black man and all the pressure. You know what I mean? I just want to know how you did that, bro.
The pressure,
because the pressure's crazy.
And it's like the dawn of the digital age.
For real, that
digital,
dude,
like, you know what I mean?
That dude wore a tan suit. They went crazy. They're like, "Oh, the president shouldn't be." I'm like, "Are you serious?" You know what I'm saying? So that's one right there.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is, it's funny, Dr. Sebi. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to pick that guy's brain, especially that story about him curing AIDS and
the first guy to beat. Or not.
Yeah, he went against the Commonwealth of New York and
won.
Beat them on his own.
Won.
I want to know about that right there, and the way he died and shit. I want to know what really happened there, because I don't believe none of that stuff that he's talking about.
Yeah, definitely sus.
Definitely a Tom Brady.
Okay.
Cause that's one of my favorite sports, players of all time right there. What's that, 3 right there?
3, yep.
A Malcolm X.
Woo.
Just because his mindset was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He was just by any means, man. I like that mindset a lot. I gotta go back to the home country, Haiti.
Okay.
The Liberator, Toussaint Louverture.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, talk to him about why was this dude so brave and able to was selfless enough to do what he did. You know what I mean? To liberate all these people. Becoming the first freed slave country in the Western Hemisphere. In the world, man.
In the world.
1804, bro.
In the world.
First free black nation. And people don't talk about that enough, man.
Nah.
The Haitians, they did that shit.
Nah, I definitely, you know what I mean? My old lady, like my extended family's all Haitian, so I had to, my children are Haitian, so half Asian, so I had to get up on my knowledge. But definitely, man. Like, if y'all don't know who he is, definitely tap in and
YouTube that.
YouTube it, and it's crazy because motherfuckers got more tools today, and they still scared. Motherfuckers scared to tell their boss no.
Yeah.
Never mind, like, you know what I mean? Go against, you know what I mean? Like, and that's real. That's real.
I mean, I could have did, all the sports stars and stuff.
Nah. That's what we want, though.
Real.
That's what we want. We want real conversation.
Yeah, your bed goes through a lot. Now you can clean it without stripping it of its natural oils. Clean it with Grizzly Bed Collector's Bed Wash.
Y'all definitely been doing y'all thing with the podcast too. Like, y'all definitely had a lot of crazy guests, like locally and on a national level.
Yeah.
Who are some of your craziest guests that you've had on?
We had from FS1. We had Joy Taylor. She bad, bro. We got Joy Taylor. I was like, what? For real?
What?
She's like, yeah, I'll come on. I'm like, that's crazy.
That's
nuts.
nuts.
You know what I mean? Like, these people, they're making big time money.
That's
know what I'm saying?
Nuts. But
and
y'all big
her,
time. Don't discredit yourself though.
Right, but it's like still, you know what I mean? We're
you gotta walk in your light, bro.
I appreciate that, you know what I mean? But like I never think I'm like too big and shit like that.
You gotta remain grounded.
You gotta stay
at the
grounded.
same time. You gotta walk in your light though.
Facts, you know what I mean? Joy Taylor came on. And
that's
I'm like,
wild,
holy
bro.
shit. And then,
that's wild.
Bro, we had 3 Gronkowski brothers on.
I
Like,
did see that too.
what?
I did see that too.
They came on, you know what I mean? Super Bowl winning players. Tyrone Poole was on this week. Like, this episode's about to come out. Tyrone freaking Poole.
Wow.
He was one of the players that started the Patriots dynasty.
Yeah, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
facts.
shout outs to him. We've had Tom E. Curran.
I've seen that.
Mark Bertrand.
Seen that.
Man, a lot of guys from 98.5 Sports Hub. You know what I mean? Man, listen. Shout outs to Barry.
Yeah, shout out to
You know what I
Barry.
mean? Because we all got our jobs to do on the
Yeah.
podcast, and Barry, he's a social media guy, and
Yeah.
he's on there all the time. Like, Barry, you need to hit up 20 people a week.
That's wild.
You know what I mean? And he's been doing that.
That's wild.
We had Taylor, Ike Taylor.
The football cornerback?
Yes, Ike Taylor from he came on. Yo, Ike Taylor, that's crazy.
That's wild. That's wild.
We've had some players, man. You know what I mean? Rob Ninkovich is supposed to come on at some point too.
Hey.
Rob Parker is supposed to come.
Hey.
Bro, I don't know how this is happening, but again, conconsistency, man.
And I was just about to say that's what it is. I think that's gonna be the name of this episode. Is gonna be consistency.
Facts, man.
Nah, that's dope, bro.
Yeah.
That's dope, bro. What do you think it is that separates you from other sport platforms currently? There's a lot of mediums that you can, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I actually watch and study other sports platforms, and when something crazy comes out, every sports platform is posting it, and I try not to be part of that wave. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
But to me, I feel like, all right, everybody follows ESPN, everybody follows Bleacher Report, everybody follows. They're going to see that.
Yeah.
And I feel like that, if you're jumping on that, you're oversaturating stuff. And what I try to do is try to be a little different. All right, if they're posting this, I'm going to be posting that. You know what I'm saying? I try not to post this. The picture they're giving out, I try not to post that. I'm going to give it a different angle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything that everybody else is posting, I could be posting the same thing, but it's going to be different.
Put that little sauce on it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And mine is different, and captions go a long way.
That's
I mean, I try to be witty and clever with the captions. I try to be a little funny and stuff like that. But, you got to study. You got to study your competition.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
If you think about inventors and shit like that, they'll invent the same type of shit, but it'll be a little different somehow. You know what I mean? Like Windows and Mac.
I'm about to say
they have the same shit.
That's all Apple is.
But it's just they'll create the same thing but give it a little twist.
That's literally Apple's formula. They wait for Samsung to drop the shit first. We gonna wait a little second.
Yep.
We're gonna hear what the people are gonna say. We're gonna tweak on it, and we're gonna put the applesauce on it.
Exactly. Put your own spin on things. You know what I mean? The major thing is you can't be the same as everybody. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
I can't because they have 1,000 interns.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? I can't be an ESPN. They have a million freaking interns. They're doing things, at the same time. But actually, my boy from Mikey from Official NBA Buzz. That's another guy we had on our podcast, and he's a 22-year-old, racking up, bro. You know what I mean? He came on my podcast, and he's like, "Yo, I see what y'all doing," and I'm like, "That's crazy," because you're you started NBA Buzz when you were 12 years old. 12 years old, bro.
12 years
old. And
that's wild, dog.
He's getting crazy.
NBA crazy. Buzz at 12?
He came on my podcast and he's like, "No, I love what y'all doing." And I'm like, "That's fucking crazy." And it's about people doing things, and I don't brag about nothing.
And I realize that, and I be I be talking with my old lady about that, because I feel like sometimes it's tough, because when you're a humble, grounded guy, you're not trying to brag, but like you gotta walk in your light. Shout out to D, because D used to always say this to me. You gotta walk in your light, and you like being humble don't get you paid at the end of the day.
Facts.
Like, it sucks, but being humble don't get you paid. You gotta talk your shit sometimes.
Yeah.
You gotta talk your shit.
That's a fact.
But
That's a fact.
But I'm telling you, like, I got no problem giving it up. Like, y'all doing y'all shit, bro. Y'all doing y'all shit, bro. Real talk.
You got to. You
got to.
Nobody's gonna do it for you.
Ain't nobody gonna pay you like you pay yourself.
Exactly, man. Listen, man. I'm trying to make this sports shit my everyday life. And if I'm not on top of it, nobody gonna be on top of it for me. So
that's facts.
Again, man, follow the @profans_sports on IG, Profan Sports on everything else, including YouTube. So subscribe, like, comment, share.
Comment. Don't be a hater too. Like, it takes 2 seconds just to double tap. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
man, YouTube is like, for some reason, the hardest shit to get people to subscribe to.
Because it's so anonymous.
And it's literally like one tap. It's free.
It's free.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the best way you can support like Grizzly Beard Collective. Write that in YouTube. Like, subscribe.
It's free.
There's nothing else you gotta do. You subscribe, you never have to do anything else. You know what I'm saying? You just literally helping somebody move on to the next step, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy. One last question, speaking back to the podcast. If you can get 3 guests, who are your top 3 guests that you plan on getting, or that you could get ever? Top 3 guests on your podcast.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady
is definitely one.
Yep.
Michael Jordan.
Hold on. I'm sorry to cut you short.
Yep.
Top 3 athletes and top 3 analysts. So for your athletes, you got Michael Jordan, Tom Brady.
Athletes, I got Tom Brady and Michael Jordan, and LeBron. Bro, he runs the sports world right now.
Okay.
If you get LeBron on anything, like, it's gonna blow up
through the moon.
And I gotta talk to him about his, Boston is racist comment. You know what I'm saying? I gotta talk to him about that. Everywhere is racist.
Yeah, that's facts.
That's the one thing I want to talk to him about. It's like, you're making it seem like Boston is the most racist place on the planet, and
they do throw a little.
You know what I mean? I'm like, you're doing
more
too
sauce
much.
on out here.
You know what I'm saying? Top analyst, I'd like. Stephen A. Smith is a top guy for me.
Yeah, he's a GOAT.
For sure.
He's the GOAT.
I'd love to talk to Skip Bayless.
Okay.
Because he be doing crazy. And then Mike Greenberg.
Greeny.
You know what I mean?
Greeny. Yeah.
Greeny.
He's up there.
There's a couple guys on the sports podcast stuff. I Am an Athlete.
Yeah, they definitely doing that shit there.
Brandon Marshall and Ryan Clark and them, and those guys are funny as hell. You know what I mean? And I pay attention to a lot of that stuff.
So you got to pick one: I Am the Athlete or The Pivot. Which one?
Right now, I'm looking at The Pivot, man.
The Pivot, yeah.
Pivot, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have some real ass conversations.
Yeah,
I ain't like how Brandon Marshall did them guys, so.
Did you sign or?
The way they explained it seemed like, Brandon Marshall was doing some iffy stuff. And, and they had to branch out because those guys seem pretty humble. You know what I mean? And they've, like, Ryan Clark and what's his name was on First Take the other day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That shit was crazy to me. You know what I mean? They're skyrocketing. You know what I mean? So,
I feel like it worked out for the best for both of them.
For both,
because
I Am Athlete is dope.
It is dope, and I do feel like Ryan Clark is kind of like what they were looking for in Brandon Marshall. Like he asks the clean questions and he gets to the point, and he's articulate. But you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm a pivot guy myself.
Now Ryan, it seems like he's for the people. Like everybody in here we're trying to win, and the way. The guys on The Pivot explained it. It seemed like they were done a little dirty.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I have 2 other guys on my podcast myself, and to me, it's like, yo, if I'm eating, these guys got to eat too.
Nah, that's facts. That's
you know
facts.
what I'm saying? Because those are my guys, and
that's facts.
You know, what I mean? we all did this together.
Yeah.
Like, even though like I created Pro Fan Sports, like all the graphics and all that shit, it wouldn't be what it is without them.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm an athlete like Brandon Marshall. You couldn't do everything by yourself. So it's like, you got to give these guys their flowers. You know what I mean? When it's time, like, you know, I guess that's where the humble part comes in. Like,
that's facts.
You know, we all started from the bottom. Now we here. Like, we all got to be here.
That's facts.
And everybody got to feel good and, appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And salute to both podcasts because they've kept it like, you know what I mean? I feel like when like 2 black people break up or some shit, they always gotta be like,
it don't gotta be messy, man.
You know what I mean? It don't gotta be messy. Like, it just didn't work out, and we gonna figure it out and go from there.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like Mike Jordan, give me the rock and I'm scoring. Hey, came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, hey, I gotta flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the.
Shift gears again with the sports. Yeah, y'all definitely been killing it. I know you're one of 3 co-hosts or one of 3 hosts on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm the main host on Pro Fan Sports Podcast. Okay. You know, shout out to my guy Vlad and Barry, man.
Yep.
You know, those are my dogs.
Yeah, but y'all definitely like, man, the content is like. I wanted to ask you off here. Like, you got a social media manager? Or is it you the brains behind everything? Like, y'all are pumping, pumping.
I control that.
I know you do. Yeah. I know you do. I know you do.
On my own, man.
We're gonna take a shot for that, man. Yeah. We're gonna take a shot for that, man. Like, make sure y'all follow Pro Fan Sports underscore or Pro Fan
underscore sports
on Instagram and Pro Fan Sports
on IG, man.
On everything, man. Like,
yeah, everything else is Pro Fan Sports. It's just how it's spelled. Pro, Pro.
Y'all on it, man.
FANS.
I ain't know if y'all had like Adam Schefter in the back pocket or like.
Man, I'm trying to be an Adam Schefter.
Y'all know Shams because I'm not even going to ESPN anymore. I'm going right to Pro Fan Sports. Like when there's an update, when there's a trade, like y'all on it. Y'all on it. Like, and I appreciate that. Like, I appreciate that. And like, I remember like we discussed like when you were
first starting.
When you were first starting, and it was like. You know what I mean? And that's all I like to see. I like to see people like execute. Like, just execute. Like, fuck all the excuses, fuck everything. Like, execute. And y'all definitely like the definition of execute and get it done. I appreciate that, bro. Real talk. I'm gonna give you your flowers, bro.
I remember when we met with you, like we were like a couple months in, and we brought you in just to like talk about a few things. And you yourself, you was like, because you had another podcast, and you was like. The one thing you wish you did was continue with it, and we kept that in our minds. We're like, bro, you know what I mean? And I did some research, and it's like most podcasts don't go past like a 7th episode,
and that's all it is. It really consistency.
You know what I mean?
Consistency. Y'all own the content. Y'all getting paid on YouTube. Yo, you're catching that check.
Listen, we're trying, man. You know
what I mean? Like,
we got to make it even bigger.
Now I do definitely got a few sport questions now.
Yeah.
Now, I know you from Boston. I know y'all. I know Barry. Goes hard for the Celtics. He goes hard. What's your favorite team, actually?
In Boston?
Or just in general, just your favorite sports team?
The Patriots, man.
Oh, Patriots?
Yeah.
Okay. You rooting for Tom Brady with the Bucks?
Oh, nah. I'm like I love Tom Brady. He's one of my favorite sports figures of all time. You know what I'm saying? Watching him do what he did here, never forget that. But once you leave my team, you're on the other team.
Okay. I respect it. I didn't know that you traded in your past Blues for the Buck Reds.
Nah, I'm not with
Tampa
the
Bay Reds.
I'm still with the Patriots, but you know what I mean? Tom Brady is Tom Brady.
Okay.
That'll never change.
Okay. So, New Year, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones?
Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Dude say sorry. Mac Jones, New Year. What are we looking for year 2?
I don't know. I'm kind of concerned right now, man.
Okay.
Because I'm paying attention to all the updates and what's going on with training camp and stuff. And it seems like the Patriots are trying to install this new offense.
That was a big loss.
Yeah.
I think people underestimate what Josh McDaniels brought to the team. And And I think it's going to be, like you said, I think it's going to be a tough year for Mac Jones.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because you take that continuity out and you got to learn. Like, it's never good learning a new offense. I don't know if they're learning a whole new offense, but I know there's, you know, different nuances they're trying to bring on. And I'm hearing things about, you know, semblances of Shanahan, the head coach. The head coach of the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan. They're trying to bring in the run game and some schemes and stuff, and it hasn't been looking good in practice. But, you know, it's only been like a week of training camp. So, you know, but at the same time, it's like offensive coordinator's gone. They bring a guy that was on defense. You know,
I didn't understand that.
I don't understand it either. But you know what they say, in Bill we trust.
And I was just about to say that's definitely like a Bill move, because I feel like he's still, at the end of the day, he lets people, like, you know what I mean. But when it's 4th and inches, he's videoing the call. He's the one making the call. And so it's and like you said, with that Kyle Shanahan offense, I really think that feeds into Bills. When Tom Brady first came in, that's his meat and potatoes. Run, make the 3rd down throw. The solid defense to back it up, and you know what I mean. And that's how they really played last year, if you really think about it. Like, and I think that was their demise too. I don't think they was expecting to go out have that record last year. And they were like, hey, we can be a 10-6, you know what I mean, 11-5 type team. All right, let's try to open up the playbook a little bit more. But
I mean, one thing about Bill, I know he always changes things based on his players' skill sets.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I know Mac Jones, he can do a lot of the things Tom Brady did.
Yep.
You know, as far as like mechanics and things like that. But I think he's trying to make it so that there's a couple RPOs put in there, because Mac Jones was really good at that in college.
Yep.
You know, deep throws, deep down the field, and he brought in a really speedy receiver. Devontae Parker's there as well, and you know that's the guy. You know what I mean?
That was a big pickup. I'm waiting to see what he can do.
Yeah. I mean, he's stayed healthy so far, but you know he doesn't have a good track record.
Nah, not at all.
Hopefully, you know everything. I'm curious, just like everybody else. I want to see what's gonna happen. You know, it won't be long because preseason's coming up. So
absolutely,
we'll see a couple games.
Super early Super Bowl predictions. Who do you got coming out the AFC and who do you got coming out the NFC?
Dang.
Just on paper right now.
Man.
Just purely off free agent.
On paper right now, I mean, I don't see why, you know, Bengals were good last year.
Okay.
You still got to, like, you know, keep them up there. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like all sports, everything has to work the right way for them to make it. So Bengals are good. But I'm looking at Kansas City, man. Kansas City or Buffalo.
You
know?
Okay.
They got Von Miller now. So
that ain't Von Miller though, man. We ain't calling him Von. We call him LeVon or Devon, whatever comes before the Von. He ain't Von Miller. Yeah, he ain't Von Miller no more. But it's still good leadership though. He got 2 rings and he can, you know what I mean. And I feel like, well, I'll ask you that after. But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think Kansas City, you know, they were a couple things away from getting it in, you know. So I don't see them, you know, dropping off too much. You know, so
no
Patrick
Tyreek.
Mahomes.
No Tyreek.
No Tyreek, but they brought in some guys that, you know, they do some things, you know. One thing about, you know, Tyreek, like when you have him, you have to throw him the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we'll see if Patrick Mahomes, what happens to him. Yeah. You know, if he can adjust to all the different. You seen what Tom Brady did? You know what I mean? Like 6 receivers and all of them would get 2-3 passes and win the game. You know, if you can adjust to that, you can do some things.
He is that good, and I feel like less is more with Kansas City. That's my favorite team. That's what I'm going with for Madden. But less is more with them. Like, they were just too offensive heavy. And, you know, Tyreek, I hate to say it, these speedsters, 29, 30, they done. They done. They done. Them Ferraris, they ain't good in the snow. Like, they ain't going to Green Bay and winning you a game. Like,
no. And NFC.
One last question though.
Yeah.
Before we go to NFC.
Yep.
The AFC is stacked though.
Yo,
you got Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta face Raiders twice a year.
Raiders.
You gotta face
some players, boy.
They brought in some players, and you gotta face the Broncos. Russell Wilson's there.
Russell Wilson's there.
Jerry Jeudy. They got a few weapons on that.
They just lost Tim Patrick. So
yeah,
yesterday.
that was yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
You know what? I think it's Bengals, Chargers.
Matter of fact, let's go through each division. We'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
So AFC West, who's coming out the AFC West?
Who's in the AFC West?
Chargers.
Chargers, Kansas City,
Oakland.
Kansas City.
Las Vegas. Okay, Kansas City.
Yeah.
Broncos, also in that division.
Yeah.
We got AFC South. Titans.
Titans. We got
Jacksonville. They looking kind of alright.
I like Doug Peterson.
Now they're 3 years away, but they got the pieces.
They're
they got
young.
the pieces though.
Mm-hmm.
You got AFC South, so you got Jacksonville, Titans. Who else is AFC South? Fuck.
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah, they're done. It might be the Titans or some shit this year again. AFC North is the question though.
Who's in the North?
The Steelers,
Ravens,
Lamar looking
Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bengals, man.
Okay.
And then you got Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No Deshaun for 6 games.
Yeah.
Season over.
And in the East, you got Buffalo, man.
In the East, yeah.
Nobody's proven that they're gonna take out Buffalo. And
Yeah.
Josh Allen's that boy right now.
Yeah,
so.
he is. He is. What do you got? Who do you have coming out the NFC East?
NFC East.
Cowboys.
NFC Least.
Least, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I like the Eagles this year. Out the NFC East.
Eagles are nice with the new receiver they just got from the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Forgetting his name right now. Who else you got? You got the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
They just got Anthony Barr.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys are so talented, man. I don't know what they just don't have the right coach. It seems like
You think it's the coach with them?
Yeah, man. It has a lot to do with decision making.
Okay.
You know what I mean, like if you remember last year, the Cowboys lost because Dak Prescott was running with the ball when the clock's dwindling down.
That was goofy.
And he
time.
never went. It's like, bro.
That was goofy time. I don't like Mike McCarthy.
Exactly. You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
like Mike McCarthy.
And I always remember Aaron Rodgers saying that Mike McCarthy don't know what the fuck he's doing.
I don't like. So, who you got going to the Super Bowl? I'm sorry, this is. I know we lost any females that was listening, but.
Nah, man, some of these females really love the sports.
Man, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Shout out to them.
So we got NFC. So we got the NFC East. You got who you got?
I don't know. Out there, I'm gonna say the Eagles.
Eagles. Okay.
Yeah.
NFC North.
Who's in there?
NFC North. We got Minnesota, Green Bay.
I got Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yeah. That's all you gotta say. There's nobody else messing with that right now. You got Chicago.
They take a step back. They take a step back. NFC South.
Who's that? The Bucks.
We got Bucks. We got Falcons.
Bucks.
Saints. Okay, Bucks. That was a big signing too. Before we move forward, that was crazy.
Who?
Julio
was washed up, man.
Nah, he's not Julio no more. He's definitely not Julio.
No.
But if he can play the AB role, keep your nose clean. Come back when we don't even need you week 1 through week 10. Come back right.
See, that's the thing with AB. AB was the best receiver on that team, even though
we can't do that, man.
Oh,
we can't
bro,
do that.
Listen, man.
We got the producer back here.
Mike Evans, bro. Mike Evans is great.
Mike,
but bro, if you watch AB, man, like. If he's out on there, he's gonna produce more than the guys because he fit Tom Brady the most.
Mike,
you know what I'm saying? Because Tom Brady, he's like the quick twitch.
Yeah.
You know, you see Antonio Brown, snapping out his breaks, man.
Yeah.
You know, like AB's AB for a reason, man.
He is that guy. He is that guy.
Godwin was good.
Yep.
You know, it's just about like fit.
Yep.
I mean, talk to AB, man. He'll tell you. Listen, you know, I was the guy coming off the bench, but I was still producing crazy.
Yeah, no, that's facts.
You know?
That's facts. Do you think AB will be back in the league, or you think he's done?
Man, this league is crazy. I would not be surprised if AB was back in this league with his little dance, you know.
I was about to say, I lost a lot of respect for AB after Rolling Loud. That shit was crazy.
That shit was crazy.
I was like, AB, you making the dark skinned niggas look crazy out
Listen, if AB don't do anything, he's gonna be in the spotlight though.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Like AB, he's a problem child, but he's all world, man.
No, he's a problem on that
world.
field. He's a problem on that field. That's a fact.
Still at his age too, man. That's the one thing. Like,
still,
you know, he might not have as much speed anymore.
Yeah.
But when you can run routes,
when you can,
and you understand leverage,
yep.
AB understands all that shit.
That's a fact.
Know? He knows how to contort his body. He knows how to beat, and he works. He's a worker, you know.
That's a fact.
But his last game was crazy. That man.
Yeah.
It would be crazy for a team to bring him on. I'll say that, you know, because he's a head case.
He's a head case,
you know. But would I be surprised? Nah, man.
And now we got the NFC West too, so we forgot about them. We got Rams, Cardinals, Seattle.
Rams coming out again because they stacked that back up. You know, I got Allen Robinson.
That was crazy. That was a crazy pickup.
That was a great pickup. You go from Odell to Allen Robinson. It's not bad.
Allen Robinson, man, he was playing with shitty quarterbacks, still throwing up 1K
doing
preseason.
Thing, man. And you see what's going on with Arizona.
Yeah.
You know, Kyle Murray don't study and stuff. So.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy clause. That was a crazy clause. Now we talking about that. Quick question: do you feel like black quarterbacks get a bad rep in the league? Because there are plenty of white quarterbacks in the NFL. I don't even know how these dudes have jobs. Like they cool with being backups, but I don't know how they have jobs. Yeah. If you're black, it's like, why didn't you put that in? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, I'll put it this way. I don't think it's a black quarterback issue.
Yeah.
I think it's a Kyle Murray issue.
Oh, you really think it's a Kyle Murray issue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, Cam Newton didn't have that shit in his clause.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like,
like, when he was Superman, he was Superman.
Young didn't have that. McNabb never had that. Vic never had that. You know what I'm saying? And he was fighting dogs all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they treated him. They messed up with all that.
I don't think Vic can read plays though. I really don't think. I don't even think Cam can.
What I'm saying is they never had that clause where you have to like study your stuff. So I don't think it's like a. What it does is it puts the black quarterback at a disadvantage because like you see these examples. You know what I'm saying? And that's never good, you know, for the big picture, you know. But I think that that whole clause is. I mean, Jamarcus Russell didn't do us any better either. You know
but I mean, but you got motherfucking Ryan Tannehill out here, like the fuck. Like, I can go a whole list of white quarterbacks like that can't make the second read, like second and third read on offense, like but Kyler Murray, like, and rightfully so, they probably just like, yo, we throwing all this guaranteed money at you. We really didn't even want to give you the contract, but it's such a quarterback-driven league. Like, what are we gonna do?
Well, also, you know, he's made some statements that didn't help him out with that situation, talking about he doesn't need to do all that. He just sees the game different. It's like, nah, bro, you need to study. And, you know, in some of these games, I'm like, does he know what's going on out there? Like the playoff game, I think against the Rams, he was making some throws, and I'm like, bro, what? Yeah,
he's making them throws, but, I mean, it's a little different when number 99 on the Rams is running at you full speed, though. You got Von Miller on the other side, like. But that's definitely crazy.
That was unfortunate.
That was unfortunate. To shift gears a little bit. Now I know you definitely. So I originally met you through the music.
The music, man.
The music.
Yeah.
The music.
Yo.
Before I ever like physically met you, like I had like the friend request that. I don't even want to pronounce it wrong. Attic Boys. The Attic Boys, pardon me.
We just spelled it different.
Oh, okay. I tried.
You know why? Because we originally spelled it like the way Attic is spelled, ATTIC.
Yep.
And then I went on YouTube and I wrote that in. It was like some 70s folk band. I was like, oh, fuck that. So we changed the spelling to ATIK. You know what I mean? That's why it was different.
Nah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And okay, I always thought it was like some Caribbean flavor to it.
Nah,
my fault.
We literally call it that. We didn't even call ourselves that. My boy, you know, shout outs to him, Eves and shit. We literally, my room and my brother's room,
yep,
was in the attic, and we
Bad Jack.
Bad Jack.
Oh my God.
Bad Jack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, shout outs to him though.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, he used to come over and stuff, and you know, we'd be rolling up something, you know, and he used to rap all the time.
Yeah.
And him and you know one of the other homies, Big O.
Yeah.
They used to rap together, and he was doing a show, and what happened was O got sick.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yo, y'all be around us. Y'all know the music. Y'all should perform this with me. And then we went to perform at UMass at Chaka night or something like that. And the host was like, yo, who are you here with? And Bad Jack was like, oh yeah, I'm here with the Attic Boys. I was like, what? So ever since then, it was like, I guess we're the Attic Boys. You know what I mean? So
that's dope.
It literally came from him. That wasn't because our room was in the attic.
Yeah.
And we used to be in there blowing it down crazy, you know.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's how that whole shit started, and we just started recording and performing at the Middle East, traveling.
Yeah.
We were putting out music consistently too.
No, y'all definitely were.
Yeah.
Y'all definitely were. Now the group consisted of you and your brother.
Me and my brother.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people got that confused because we always had mad people around us all the time. They're like, who is it? Like,
yeah, I didn't know if it was a group. Yeah.
Who's in it? I'm like, it's just me and my brother, bro.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Y'all still putting out music currently, or?
Man, you know, nah.
Okay.
That's a simple answer right there. I haven't
Okay.
put out music. Actually, my brother wants me to put out a couple records that we did a while back. You know, shout out to Roos, man, Free Roos. You know, for the people that know and shit, he been down for a little while.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Going on 7 years now.
Yep.
But yeah, it was just me and him
Yeah.
making the music. I still record every now and then because I just love music, man. I love writing and stuff. You know, get in the booth every now and then.
Yep.
But the shit that I was doing, you know, we were performing all over the place.
Y'all were heavy.
Y'all
were heavy.
We didn't even realize that because we were just doing something, you know, we love to do, and we love music, and we have a music background because we grew up in choirs and the church and stuff like that. So we always did music. I mean, I don't think we realized, like,
y'all were heavy.
You know, the crazy thing is, like, you put out all this stuff, right? Like for you, I know you know this because you have a whole situation going on with Grizzly Beard Collective and stuff. People are seeing what you're doing, but they don't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until you're like by yourself with them, and like, oh, I see you doing the music. Oh, why don't you ever like my shit?
I hate that shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, why are you asking me about that?
Thank you.
Why you never at my show?
Stace, I hope you're watching this right now. Thank you. Thank you.
You what?
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, it was crazy. I went to visit my brother one time, and this girl was staring at me, and I'm like, "Yo, do I know you?" She's like, "Nah, you're the Attic Boys, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yo, we're doing your thing, man. I heard about your brother." I'm like, "I've never met you a day in my life."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, "Yo, you're always doing your thing, man." And
that's wild.
You know, we were doing it together.
Yeah.
And I could continue. He wanted me to continue, but you know, I have a thing. I'm pretty loyal, so
yeah.
You know, I mean, I didn't feel right doing it without him.
Yep.
And you know, his situation, and I sat down in the court.
Yeah.
And, the boys played like an hour of my music, using that against him and shit.
That shit really real.
Yeah, no, nigga, like the shit you put on record. Like, the
really
boys
real.
will use it. Like, the shit that Young Thug and Gunna's going through.
That's crazy.
It's real.
It's
you know what I
crazy.
mean? They played 55 minutes of my music, and I was just sitting there like, so y'all using that to, you know, try to describe my lifestyle? Like,
that's
wild. You see these guys are in the streets, listen to what they talking about. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
That's spooky.
So I had to, like, make everything private. I'm like, oh, y'all niggas. Like, there was shit we were saying. I'm like, nah, these niggas are not going to use that in court and shit like that. So ever since then, man, I just kept it low key, and I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm not about to put all this crazy
Yeah.
music out there. You know what I mean?
That's spooky.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And I know you work with the youth and everything. That's a great message for the youth. Like, but these streets is a myth. Like,
Yo,
we were talking about it before the show started.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
these streets is a myth. Like, yo, go get a 9 to 5. Go love your lady. Go love your kids. This shit's not real at all.
This music is fun. You know what I mean? The streets is fun until shit get real.
Until you get real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in the streets and shit, you know, you're hanging out with your boys. That's cool and all. I'm not saying, you know what I mean, like you should stop doing all that. But if you're getting into real shit, you're going to figure out some real shit.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
facts.
And unfortunately, my brother got into some real shit and we figured out some real shit. Like, you know, like Troy Ave was saying, you know what I mean, the streets. I'm not saying it's a myth because there are some solid niggas out there, for sure. You feel
absolutely.
me? But
absolutely.
most of these niggas, they are not solid, bro.
Folding up like a cheap suit.
When the boys are telling you your best friend is one of the main witnesses, like, what? What are you talking about? Like, this nigga was in my house. My mom was feeding them plates and shit.
Yeah.
What the? You know what I mean? So
spooky.
You know, again, shout outs to Roos, man. Free Roos.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, musically, who are your top 5, like, rappers, or who influenced you the most coming up, or influenced your pen game? Like,
You know, that's the thing. I actually tried to stay away from people.
okay.
You know, because like I realized the only people that make it are people that are different.
True. That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you
Gem.
listen to
That's
rap,
a bar.
Yo.
You might have to say that one more time, real
you know what I
quick.
mean? The only people that make it are people that are different.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you listen to rap, like a lot of these niggas sound the same. And it's like gimmicky. You know what I mean? But before that, there wasn't the same rapper anywhere. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody that's rapping like Jay-Z.
Yeah.
There's nobody that's rapping like Wayne.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, everybody sounds like Amigos and
Yeah.
Lil Uzi. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they all sound the same because they're using that formula. But when we started rapping, 2010, 2012, you know, around that time, like dudes were still like making 4-minute songs. Like Jeezy, you know what I mean? T.I.,
316s.
You know, 3-6 Mafia, all them, you know what I mean? Like we were spitting 16 bar, you know, verses and shit like that. You know, that's when music was real. And I never listened to the radio. You know what I mean? But, you know, my top people were definitely T.I. was a top one for me. Mos Def was a top one for me. Outkast was top one for me. Young Jeezy. That's all back then. And who I think is the GOAT, Weezy, man. Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
2007.
I swear to God, last night I was working late last night, and I was listening to that whole Carter 2. That's my favorite. That's my favorite Weezy. Everybody say Carter 3, but I'm going Carter 2 though.
Listen,
man, that Carter 2 is different, bro. Carter 2, favorite Weezy album. Dedication 2, favorite Weezy mixtape.
Dedications, the droughts,
man. Sorry for the wait.
Like, I think, you know, there was that year, I think, 2007?
Yeah.
You listen to radio, Lil Wayne was on every other song that came on.
Remix, the R&B joint, he had shit in a chokehold.
Listen, I was on Twitter last night and somebody was like, Lil Baby's a better feature artist than Lil Wayne. I was like, who? Alright. Yeah, you're kind of young.
You got a young, exactly.
You're kind of young.
You got the game in the choke. He got the game in the chokehold right now.
Yeah,
but
nothing like you'll never see anything like Wayne again.
And it's crazy because all these rappers are Wayne. Like these are all like
babies,
baby Waynes. Exactly.
Drake came close, you know, to all the features and stuff.
Yeah, but Drake,
they'll never be. And Drake's on my, you know, he's on my top list now.
So who's your Mount Rushmore rappers all time?
All time? Man, I got Jay-Z up there.
Okay.
I got Lil Wayne up there.
Okay.
I got Nas up there.
Oh.
You know, and you know, unpopular and shit, but I got Eminem up there too.
Your rap Rushmore, no. yo, listen, about a month. So I've been on some real different shit lately. Like, I don't listen. I'm trying not to stay away from the new music. I've just been like rediscovering old albums I used to listen to as a kid.
Yeah.
That first Slim Shady LP, that shit was crazy. Like, it was different. It was alternative. But like, you can't white or not, you cannot discredit this man.
Nah, I mean, and I see that it's a big debate, but there's no debate in that. You know, like, if you actually listening to what this man's talking about, like the way he puts his words, like, people don't understand how hard it is to actually write rhymes. I mean, it comes easy to a lot of people, but like, to make it into something real, like, it's hard, man.
You know, absolutely.
Eminem got a gift, you know. I'm not saying like,
you good?
Yeah, let me get some of that.
You a Christian splash.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
Yep.
You know, I'm not saying he's the best rapper of all time.
No.
You can't tell the story of hip hop without Eminem.
That's a fact.
You can't.
That's another bar.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I mean, at least I don't think so. You know?
No, you absolutely can't. He's definitely. We're going white rapper. He's definitely the pinnacle. He's definitely the pinnacle. Speaking of white rappers, how do you feel about Jack Harlow?
I don't feel nothing. I mean,
do you like him? Do you like? Well, matter of fact, who are your top 5 new rappers? I'm gonna say new rappers like last 10 years.
Top 5 new rappers. I mean, I like Lil Baby.
Okay.
For sure. You know, people don't know, not many people, is this dude called C. Huncho.
Okay.
You know, I fuck with him.
Okay.
A lot. I like Lil Migos.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if people know what I'm talking about,
but
you know, who else is out there?
You got The Baby. You got Gunna. You got Young Thug. You got oh shit! Pardon me.
It's all good, man.
You got
sipping.
Yeah, I'm sipping. We on the dark too. I thank you, bro. Cause a lot of motherfuckers come on. Well, we're not gonna say that. But a lot of people be a little ginger with their cups. But you got Lil Nas X. We got. No,
shout out to him though, but he's not.
So the shift gears a little bit.
He's not in my car, you know what I mean? Well, actually, my daughter likes him. You know
I was just about to say.
My daughter likes him.
So the shift gears. We're both fathers. We're both fathers of daughters around the same age.
Yeah.
So my daughter, we you know what I mean? We're driving. I like to shift. I like to change the music up a little bit. We put on a little shuffle. Industry Baby song comes up. Lil Nas X featuring Jack Harlow.
Yep.
My daughter's in the backseat rocking to it. I had to catch I was like, yo, we don't listen to Lil Nas X in this house. I had to catch myself like, whoa.
Yo, I had a conversation with my daughter.
Damn.
And I was like, yo, I don't like him. She's like, why, Daddy? I'm like, he be wearing dresses.
Yeah, I had to catch myself like.
No, I literally said that. I wasn't thinking. You know what she said? She was like, so?
Yo, I had to catch.
Hey, you're
my
right.
daughter hit me with the same.
That's
like,
none of my business.
You're not being inclusive. I'm bringing your ass out of Cambridge Public Schools right now. Like, you're not being inclusive though. Fuck.
Yo, she's 7. She's like, maybe that's what he likes. I was like, yeah, you're right.
You're right. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like. It's a tough line parenting because it's like you don't want to be too like you don't listen to it. I don't never want to hear it, and it's like because they just gonna listen to it behind your back. So it's like
whatever makes them feel good, they're gonna listen to it as long as it's not like crazy. Hey, you know. But that's exactly what she said, and I had to think about that. I'm like, I probably shouldn't have said that, you know. But shout out to him though.
Shout out to him. He's definitely and I feel like the older generation of pure hip hop, you know, like socialists, like they gotta like it was bound to happen. It was gonna, and there's probably plenty of other like little murders out there. You know what I mean? Like who are behind the scenes. They doing whatever they gotta do, but like to think that there's not gonna be a gay rap, that's just not realistic in 2022.
Hey, what's his name? Something Rashad.
Oh, Isaiah Rashad.
Yeah. I heard that.
I think he was doing it for clout, though. I think it was a clout move. dog.
Hey, I never saw the content or
And
whatever.
I fuck with
happened.
Isaiah Rashad. I fuck with Isaiah Rashad.
I didn't know him until that scandal.
Oh, he
I
got
was
a-
like, who is that?
Shout out to
You know
him.
what I mean?
He got a few joints.
I was like, oh, okay, you know. Hey, good for him.
And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Like I'm not gonna not like. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard Frank Ocean, and it was like, oh shit, that was like kind of like the first like guy who, you know what I mean. And it was like, damn.
You listen.
Then I had to check myself though. Like, you don't like Frank Ocean anymore? Like,
Right? Why?
well,
You know what
why?
I mean?
Like, yo, it's a different time. But
Hey,
you,
listen,
so
to
the
each
clout
his own,
chasing,
man.
yeah, to each his own. But the clout chasing shit, the other side of shit is like, all right, y'all doing too much. Like,
Yeah.
like we don't gotta do. You gonna love who you love. Everybody love who they love. Like, I'm not judging,
business, bro.
Black people should be the last people judging. But like,
Facts.
it's like, yo, just do what you do. But the clout shit, it don't matter what heterosexual. It don't matter. Like, just
Listen, do what you do,
That's
man.
it.
Just leave the kids alone. That's
leave the
all I
kids.
think.
That's it.
Just
That's
leave
it.
the kids
That's
alone.
it. That's it. That's it. But I do want to thank you for coming through, man. This has definitely been a great convo, man.
For real.
I wish we can extend. We need to do something. I'll jump on y'all. Well, we're gonna do another one too. We're gonna have the
Whatever
fellas.
you need, man. You know, I mean, this was definitely fun. You know what I mean? I definitely love everything you're doing with the Grizzly Beard Collective.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got to do something with you.
Yeah,
Do some giveaways.
Nah, absolutely.
You know, all our sports people,
Yeah,
they got beards, man.
We're gonna talk when these cameras shut off.
Yeah,
man.
facts.
Nah, absolutely though. But more importantly though, like, yo, this guy, like I said, man, you get to a point in life where you're like, I'm only appreciating people who are dedicating like their time to like their community, working with kids and working on themselves and working on like a hustle, like. And this guy's the epitome of that. So shut up. No, real talk. Like,
No, I mean,
I don't want no bozos on my podcast.
No.
Nah. But this guy, he's really that guy, and he's really doing this thing with the youth, and he definitely threw me the lob. So I definitely got to reciprocate it. But definitely for all the sports and news and. Y'all really doing y'all thing though, man. I salute y'all.
That.
I salute y'all. Definitely. As always, Grizzly Bear Collective reminding you to tame your debonair. Get the products, man. We got the products. We're trying to, we're trying to get everybody right. We're trying to throw that other cam on. We're trying to get everybody right. So, yeah, we got the. What else we got? We got the August 27th. We got the Boxer Success School Drive. So we definitely somebody tap in with you actually. Yeah, we definitely giving back backpacks, food, school supplies for the kids. August 27th, Cambridge Friends School, 10 to 1. If you're in the area, definitely come down, come rock out. We're gonna rock out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it though. Again, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you.
Real talk.
Till next time.